They wear garden gloves, carry reusable shopping bags, and wield compost shovels like pros. They come in all shapes, sizes, and ages with a singular mission: to save our planet. From renewable energy whizzes to water-saving wizards, these heroes are out there fighting the good fight, one eco-friendly action at a time. So grab your magnifying glass, and let's dive into the world of these eco-warriors. First up, we have Solar Sally, who has a knack for turning sunlight into power. With a smile as bright as her solar panels, she educates communities about the magic of renewable energy. Sally once powered an entire block with her homemade solar oven, baking cookies that were so delicious. Even the neighborhood squirrels tried to steal them. Her motto: why bake in the dark when the sun is shining bright? With Solar Sally around, energy saving is a piece of cake literally. Next, let's not forget about Farmer Fred, the sustainable agriculture guru. He's got a green thumb and a sense of humor that could make a wilted plant laugh. Farmer Fred promotes practices like crop rotation and organic farming. One time, he convinced his chickens to wear little signs saying, "We're free range, not free ranged." His farm is a paradise of veggies, fruits, and laughter, showing everyone that being kind to the earth can also be a barrel of fun. Plus, he makes sure no food goes to waste. He even composts the leftovers from his giant spaghetti dinner. Then there's Penny, the plastic-free pioneer. If there's a straw or plastic bag around, you can bet she'll be there to give it a stern talking to. Penny has turned waste reduction into an art form, teaching kids how to create amazing crafts from what most people would throw away. Last Halloween, she fashioned costumes from old newspapers and bottles, resulting in the most eco-friendly trick-or-treaters in town. Why be a ghost when you can be a recycled superhero? She says as she swooshes by in her cape made of old fabric scraps. And let's not overlook Captain Clean Water, who's on a mission to conserve every drop. With a splashy sense of humor, he teaches everyone about the importance of water conservation. His favorite trick? Turning the act of brushing teeth into a water-saving competition. Who can brush the longest while letting the faucet run the least? He shouts while kids giggle and try to outlast each other. Captain Clean Water proves that saving water can be a fun game, not just a chore. Last but not least, we meet Urban Jane, the queen of greening our cities. With her trusty trowel and a love for plants, she transforms concrete jungles into urban jungles, one flower at a time. Urban Jane once organized a plant-a-tree day, where kids competed to see who could plant the most trees in a day. One tree at a time, and soon we'll have a forest, she exclaimed as kids raced against the clock, dirt flying everywhere. With her creative spirit and endless enthusiasm, she shows that everyone can contribute to biodiversity, even in the busiest of cities. These Earth heroes are making a difference with humor, creativity, and a whole lot of heart. They remind us that saving the planet doesn't have to be all serious business. It can be filled with laughter and fun. So gather your students, share these stories, and inspire them to become the next generation of Earth heroes. What's wrong with our planet? What's wrong with our planet? Well, if Earth were a student in school, it would be the one sitting in the back, wearing mismatched socks, with a lunchbox full of expired snacks. From climate change to pollution, our planet is facing some serious issues. And it's time we put on our superhero capes, or at least some cool eco-friendly gear and get to work. Let's dive into the shenanigans that are causing Mother Nature to raise her eyebrows and give us the side eye. First off, let's talk about climate change, the ultimate party crasher. It's like that kid who shows up uninvited, eats all the snacks, and then spills juice all over the carpet. Greenhouse gases are piling up in the atmosphere faster than you can say carbon footprint, and temperatures are rising like a souffle that someone forgot to keep an eye on. Ice caps are melting, and polar bears are looking for new summer vacation spots, preferably somewhere with air conditioning. If we don't act fast, we might have to start planning beach parties in what used to be our favorite ice skating rinks.
Quick speech break. Premium users skip these pauses. Get discount up to 43% off today.
Now, onto pollution. Our planet is getting more trashy than a reality TV show. Plastic is everywhere, even in places where it shouldn't be, like the ocean, where fish are now sporting stylish plastic accessories. It's as if the ocean decided to host a fashion show featuring the latest trends in waste. Did you know that some sea turtles mistake plastic bags for jellyfish? Talk about a dietary disaster. We need to step up our recycling game and teach everyone that trash belongs in bins, not in our water or on our beaches. Let's turn that trash into treasure. Next, let's take a stroll through sustainable agriculture. Imagine if farmers treated their crops like celebrities, giving them all the love and care they need without using harmful chemicals. Sustainable farming practices can help us grow food without wrecking the planet. That means no more mystery ingredients in our salads. Plus, when we grow food in a way that's good for the earth, we're not just feeding ourselves. We're giving future generations a chance to enjoy fresh veggies and fruits without having to wear a hazmat suit to harvest them. Water conservation is another area where we can make a splash literally. Our planet is like a sponge that's starting to dry out, and we need to be the heroes who save it. Simple tricks like turning off the tap while brushing our teeth or using a broom instead of a hose to clean driveways can help save gallons of water. Plus, have you ever tried to take a shower while singing? It's fun, but remember, a quick shower means more time for those epic dance moves and less water going down the drain. Lastly, let's talk about transportation and urban greening. Our cars are like those friends who can't stop talking about themselves, too much gas and not enough fresh air. Walking, biking, or using public transport can help clear the air and keep our cities from turning into smoggy soup. And what about adding some green to our cities? Trees are like nature's air conditioners, providing shade and fresh oxygen. If we plant more trees, we can help cool down our neighborhoods and create cool places for kids to play and swing from trees like superheroes. So, let's roll up our sleeves and work together to turn these challenges into adventures in saving our planet. Why every kid can be a hero. Every kid has a superhero lurking within, just waiting for the right moment to leap into action. You might be thinking, but they don't have capes or superpowers. Well, let me tell you, the ability to help save our planet is the ultimate superpower, and kids are the champions we need. Whether it's turning off the lights when leaving a room or convincing their parents to recycle, kids can make a bigger impact than they realize. Plus, no one can resist the charm of a kid with a passion for saving the earth, especially if they throw in a few jokes along the way. Imagine this, a group of fourth graders armed with recycling bins and a mission. They become the recycling avengers, swooping in to save their school from the evil forces of waste. With their nifty recycling guide in hand, they can turn trash into treasure, teaching their classmates the difference between compost and plastic. Not only do they earn the title of eco-warriors, but they also become the coolest kids in school. Who wouldn't want to be friends with someone who can turn a milk carton into a bird feeder? Talk about a conversation starter. Now let's take a moment to talk about renewable energy. Kids today are already experts at harnessing the power of the sun. Just ask them about their solar-powered science projects. They can become the solar power rangers, spreading the word about how solar panels can turn sunlight into energy faster than a speeding bullet. And while they're at it, they can remind everyone that clean energy is not just for superheroes, it's for everyone. Plus, it's a great excuse to have a solar-powered dance party in the backyard. Who knew saving the planet could be so much fun? Sustainable agriculture is another field where kids can shine.
Ready or not, here comes a speech break. More users online, more breaks. Unless you're a premium subscriber.
With a little dirt under their fingernails and a few seeds to plant, they can become garden guardians, growing veggies that can make any salad superhero worthy. They can demonstrate how to grow food responsibly and encourage their friends to eat locally, all while telling hilarious jokes about carrots and tomatoes. Why did the tomato turn red? Because it saw the salad dressing. That's right, saving the planet can come with a side of laughter, one garden at a time. Finally, let's not forget about eco-friendly transportation. Kids can lead the charge on bike rides around the neighborhood, proclaiming themselves the pedal pals as they zoom past gas-guzzling cars. They can teach their friends about the importance of walking instead of driving, and who knows, maybe even start a trend of bike parades. They'll not only be saving the earth from pollution, but also getting exercise and having a blast while they're at it. So the next time you hear a kid say, "I want to be a hero," remember that every kid truly can be a hero, one laugh and one eco-friendly choice at a time. Chapter 2. Renewable Energy. Powering up our planet. Windy Wonders. Harnessing the wind. Imagine a world where the wind is not just a nuisance that messes up your hair on a bad hair day, but is actually a superhero that helps save our planet. Wind energy is like having a giant fan that not only cools you down but also powers your home, your school, and even your favorite video game console. With just a few gusts, those spinning turbines can generate enough electricity to keep the lights on, the refrigerator running, and your snack stash cool. So buckle up and hold on to your hats as we explore how we can harness the power of wind. You might be wondering how the wind can be so powerful. Well, think of it this way. When you blow out birthday candles, the force of your breath can knock over a cupcake if you're not careful. Wind energy works in a similar way but on a much larger scale. Wind turbines, those tall structures with huge blades that spin like a merry-go-round, capture the energy of the wind and turn it into electricity. It's like the wind is playing a game of catch, and instead of tossing a ball, it's sending energy flying. And guess what? No messy cleanup afterward. Now, let's talk about where these wind turbines like to hang out. They love to chill in wide open spaces, especially on farms and prairies, where they can catch all the breezes they can handle. Some people might think these turbines look like giant pinwheels, and honestly, they're not wrong. But instead of just spinning for fun, they are working hard to create clean energy. Farmers are getting in on the action too, using wind turbines to power their equipment and even sell extra energy back to the grid. It's a win-win situation, like getting an extra slice of pizza when you thought you were only getting one. Of course, there are some challenges to using wind energy. For starters, we can't control the wind like we control our TV remotes.
Speech break here. Upgrade to premium and enjoy continuous text-to-speech.
Sometimes it's breezy, and sometimes it's as calm as a cat taking a nap. That's where teamwork comes in. Just like a sports team needs different players to succeed, we need a mix of energy sources. Wind energy can work alongside solar energy, which is like the sun's way of saying, I've got your back, and other renewables to keep our planet powered without polluting it. Together, they can form an eco-friendly dream team. So next time you feel the wind on your face or see a turbine spinning in the distance, remember that it's not just a breeze. It's a powerful ally in our quest to save Earth. By harnessing the wind, we can create a cleaner, greener world for ourselves and future generations. And who knows? Maybe one day, we'll all be flying around on eco-friendly wind-powered hoverboards, zipping through the skies with the wind at our backs. Now that's a windy wonder worth celebrating. Solar power, catching rays and kicking A. Solar power is like a superhero in disguise, swooping down from the sky to save the day. Imagine the sun as a giant light bulb that never runs out of batteries. Every time it shines, it's giving us free energy. Yes, you heard that right. Those bright rays can be transformed into electricity to power our homes, schools, and even those sneaky video game consoles that seem to need recharging every 5 minutes. So let's dive into how we can catch those rays and kick some serious mental butt while doing it. First things first, let's talk about solar panels, those shiny, flat, black things that look like they re-auditioning for a role in a sci-fi movie. They're like the solar system's version of a sponge, soaking up sunlight and turning it into energy. By installing these panels on rooftops, we can harness the sun's power and reduce our reliance on fossil fuels. It's like the sun is saying, hey, I've got your back. Plus, who doesn't want to tell their friends they have solar panels? It's the ultimate cool factor. Yeah, my house runs on sunshine. What's your house run on? Pizza. Now, let's not forget the quirky inventions that come with solar power. Have you ever seen a solar-powered backpack? That's right. These backpacks can charge your phone while you're out saving the world, one step at a time. Imagine hiking up a mountain, feeling like a true adventurer, and then bam, your phone is charging right off your back. You'll be the envy of every other hiker, and you might even start a trend. Forget water bottles, I'm bringing solar juice. Of course, there's a bit of a learning curve when it comes to solar energy. It's not like you can just stick a panel in your backyard and expect the sun to do all the work. We need to understand how to maximize energy production. When is the sun shining brightest? How do we position these panels for the best angle? It's like trying to find the perfect spot for a picnic, but with a scientific twist. With a little practice and a lot of enthusiasm, anyone can become a solar energy whiz. Finally, let's remember that every superhero needs a sidekick.
Here we go, time for a speech break. Premium users are enjoying uninterrupted listening right now. Upgrade today.
In the case of solar power, that sidekick is all of us. By incorporating solar energy into our lives and encouraging others to do the same, we can help create a brighter future for our planet. Schools can host solar energy days where students learn about solar power while engaging in fun activities. Let's unite in our quest for a sustainable future. After all, teamwork makes the dream work. So gather your students, grab your capes, and let's catch some rays while we kick some mental butt. The magic of water. Hydropower explained. Water is not just for splashing around in pools or for the perfect lemonade. It's also a superhero in the world of energy. Welcome to the magical realm of hydropower, where flowing rivers and splashing waves transform into electricity. Imagine if your favorite water slide could power your entire school. That's the essence of hydropower, where the energy of moving water is harnessed to generate electricity. So grab your snorkels and let's dive into how water can save the day and the planet. First off, let's meet our main character, the hydroelectric dam. Picture a giant wall that stops a river like a superhero halting a runaway train. Behind this wall, water builds up like a bubble waiting to burst. When it's time to unleash that water, it rushes through turbines like kids racing down a slide, spinning them around and around. This spinning motion generates electricity, which we can use to power our homes, schools, and even your favorite video games. It's like having a relentless supply of energy from Mother Nature herself. But wait, there's more. Hydropower is also one of the cleanest energy sources out there. Unlike fossil fuels, which can leave behind a trail of pollution that would make even the best vacuum cleaner blush, hydropower uses the natural flow of water. This means fewer harmful emissions and a happier planet. It's like choosing to ride a bike instead of a gas-guzzling car. Plus, once a hydroelectric plant is up and running, it can provide energy for decades with very little upkeep. Talk about a long-lasting commitment. Now, you might be wondering, can we make hydropower even cooler? Absolutely. Some clever folks have invented small-scale hydro systems that can be used in homes or farms, turning that little stream in the backyard into a source of energy. It's like turning your lemonade stand into a lemonade empire. These mini hydropower setups are perfect for folks looking to save money on their energy bills while helping the environment at the same time. Who knew saving the planet could be so refreshing? In conclusion, the magic of water is all around us, waiting to be tapped into like the last slice of pizza at a party. By understanding and embracing hydropower, we can learn how to use nature's resources wisely. So, let's rally our students to become Earth heroes. With a little creativity and a splash of humor, we can inspire the next generation to champion renewable energy solutions and make our planet a cleaner.
Ding ding, speech break. Did you know ReadVox Premium has no interruptions?
Bring your place to enjoy preferably with a side of lemonade. Chapter 3. Sustainable Agriculture. Farming for the Future. The Secret Life of Bees. Pollinators unite. Buzzing around the garden like tiny superheroes in capes. Bees are the unsung champions of our planet. These fuzzy little pollinators are much more than just winged insects. They're the secret agents of the floral world, working hard to ensure that our fruits, vegetables, and flowers thrive. Without bees, our plates would look pretty empty, and our gardens would be as sad as a rain cloud without a silver lining. So let's take a delightful dive into the secret life of these busy bees and learn how they unite to keep our ecosystems buzzing with life. Imagine a world where bees throw a party, and the flowers are the guests of honor. Every time a bee lands on a flower, it's like a little dance party, where the bee collects nectar and pollen, while the flower gets a chance to spread its genetic material. It's a win-win situation, much like sharing your favorite snacks with your best friend. In return for the sweet nectar, bees help flowers reproduce, ensuring that we have juicy apples, crunchy cucumbers, and vibrant sunflowers to enjoy. Talk about teamwork. Who knew pollination could be so much fun? Now let's talk about the bee social life. Bees live in hives that are buzzing with activity, much like a school cafeteria during lunch hour. Each bee has a special job, from the queen bee ruling the hive like a boss to the worker bees flying around like caffeinated baristas. They communicate through dances that would put any TikTok star to shame, waggling their bodies to share the best spots for nectar. It's like a bee version of Yelp, helping their buddies find the tastiest flowers in town. So the next time you see a bee, just remember, they might be sharing the secret location of the best pollen with their friends. But wait, there's a twist in this buzzing tale. Our bee buddies are facing some serious challenges. With habitat loss, pesticides, and climate change, these tiny superheroes are in trouble. It's like if Batman suddenly lost his cape. That's why it's crucial for us to step in and protect their homes. By planting bee-friendly gardens, reducing pesticide use, and advocating for sustainable practices, we can all be heroes in saving our bee pals. Plus, who doesn't want to be known as the coolest teacher in town for promoting such a sweet cause? In the grand finale of our bee adventure, let's unite our classrooms to make a difference. Organizing a Save the Bees Day can be a blast. Students can create posters, host bake sales with bee-themed treats, or even start a pollinator garden right outside their school. Imagine the buzz of excitement as they learn about the importance of these little creatures while having fun. By teaching our students about the secret life of bees, we're not just saving them. We're inspiring a generation to protect our planet with the same zeal as a bee defending its hive.
It's speech break time. Premium users are enjoying seamless listening right now. Upgrade today.
So let's get out there and make some noise for our buzzing buddies. Composting. Turning trash into treasure. Composting is like giving your food scraps a second chance at life, a chance to transform into something fabulous instead of heading straight to the landfill like a sad, forgotten lunch. Imagine your banana peels and apple cores getting together for a wild party in a compost bin, where they dance with leaves, grass clippings, and other organic materials. This party doesn't just make them feel better, it turns them into nutrient-rich compost that can help your garden grow. Who knew the trash could throw such a great bash? Now, you might wonder why anyone would bother with composting when they can just toss everything in the trash. Well, let's consider this. When food and yard waste goes to a landfill, it gets trapped under a mountain of garbage, where it can't breathe and ends up producing methane greenhouse gas that's like the grumpy uncle of the climate crisis. By composting, we not only reduce waste, but also contribute to a healthier planet. It's like giving Mother Earth a big hug while telling her, "Don't worry, I've got your back." When you start composting, you'll need a few key ingredients: organic waste, air, and moisture. Think of it like making a smoothie. You wouldn't just toss in one ingredient and expect a delicious drink. You need a mix. Scraps from fruits and veggies, eggshells, and even coffee grounds mingle together to create a nutrient-packed blend. Just remember to avoid things like meat and dairy, which can turn your compost party into a smelly disaster. Nobody wants to be known as the stinky compost teacher, right? Once you've got your compost bin set up, it's time to let nature work its magic. Microorganisms and worms come in like tiny superheroes, breaking down the materials and turning them into compost gold. It's like watching a cooking show but with less drama and more dirt. In a few months, you'll have rich, dark compost that smells like a forest after a rainstorm, fresh and earthy, perfect for enriching your garden beds. Your plants will think you're a gardening wizard, and you'll feel like the eco-friendly champion you are. Finally, don't forget to share your composting adventures with your students. You can turn it into a science project, where they observe the magic of decomposition and learn about the importance of reducing waste. Plus, it's a great way to foster love for nature and the environment. Who knows? You might inspire the next generation of Earth heroes who will continue the fight for a cleaner, greener planet. So grab your compost bin and start the party. Your trash is about to become a treasure. Organic farming. No chemicals, just love. Organic farming is like throwing a party where everyone is invite cows, chickens, bees, and even the tiniest worms. Instead of using chemical fertilizers and pesticides that can be harmful to the environment, organic farmers rely on natural methods to grow their crops. Imagine a farmer in a straw hat, singing to his plants while tossing in compost made from kitchen scraps.
Well, would you look at that? Speech break. Upgrade to premium for an uninterrupted experience.
It's like a farm version of a rock concert, and the only thing flying around is love, not chemicals. In the world of organic farming, weeds are not the enemy. They read more like that friend who shows up uninvited but brings snacks. Farmers use mulching and cover crops to keep those pesky weeds in check without resorting to harmful sprays. It's a good old-fashioned wrestling match where the farmer uses nature's tricks to outsmart the weeds. And guess what? The plants are so happy they start producing delicious fruits and veggies that are not only good for you but also for the planet. Let's not forget about the superheroes of the soil, earthworms. These little guys work tirelessly to aerate the soil and break down organic matter, turning it into nutrient-rich food for plants. It's like having a team of tiny gardeners working underground. While traditional farming might rely on machines that make more noise than a rock band, organic farming celebrates the quiet hum of nature. It's a symphony of chirping crickets, buzzing bees, and of course, the gentle rustle of leaves in the breeze. Now you might wonder if organic farming is just a hippie dream. But hold on to your hats because it's a growing trend. More and more people are ditching the chemicals and opting for organic produce. It's like switching from regular soda to sparkling water. Once you taste the freshness, there's no going back. Plus, organic farming helps protect our precious bees and butterflies, ensuring they can keep fluttering around to pollinate our plants. Talk about a win-win situation. So, why should we care about organic farming? Because it's not just about growing food, it's about nurturing our planet. By choosing organic, we're saying no thanks to chemicals and yes please to a healthier earth. It's a fun and loving way to make a difference, one carrot at a time. So let's grab our gardening gloves, put on our best smiles, and join the organic farming revolution. Chapter 4. Waste not, want not. Recycling innovations. Trash to treasure. Creative recycling ideas. Have you ever seen a kid transform a soda bottle into a rocket ship? Or maybe turn an old shirt into a superhero cape? Well, hold on to your recycling bins because we're about to dive into the wacky world of creative recycling. It's not just for arts and crafts time. It's a fabulous way to save the planet while unleashing your inner Picasso. So grab those empty cereal boxes and let your imagination run wild. Who knows, you might just invent the next big thing in eco-friendly fashion. First up, let's talk about the magical world of bottle-cap jewelry. Yes, you heard that right. Those colorful little caps from soda bottles can become stunning necklaces, bracelets, or earrings. Imagine walking into school sporting a necklace that sparkles with every step, and when your friends ask where you got it, you can proudly say, "Oh, just whipped it up from my trash." Not only does this showcase your creativity, but it also proves that what's considered waste can actually be the hottest trend in town.
Okay, quick speech break. Upgrade to Read Vox Premium and enjoy continuous playback. Special offer.
Who needs diamonds when you have bottle caps? Next, let's explore the wondrous realm of cardboard, that old box that held your new video game. It's not just a box, it's a castle waiting to happen. With a little tape, some scissors, and perhaps a sprinkle of fairy dust, you can turn cardboard into anything from a spaceship to a cozy reading nook. Just make sure you don't mix it up with your sibling's school project, or you might be facing a family feud worthy of a reality TV show. Remember, recycled cardboard is your ticket to an imaginative world where the only limit is your creativity. Noe, who can resist the allure of upcycling furniture? Picture this, your parents' old chair that's seen better days is about to get a makeover. With a splash of paint, some funky fabric, and a dash of elbow grease, you can transform it into a colorful masterpiece. It's like giving a second chance to your furniture. Plus, you'll impress your friends with your design skills while helping the planet. Just be careful not to accidentally turn it into a space alien. The last thing we need is a UFO landing in the backyard. Finally, let's not forget the wonders of garden recycling. Those kitchen scraps you think belong in the trash? They're actually gold mines for your garden. Instead of tossing them away, throw them into a compost pile and watch as they magically turn into nutrient-rich soil. It's like watching a superhero origin story, but with bananas and eggshells. Soon enough, you'll have a garden bursting with vegetables that not only taste amazing, but also make you the coolest eco-warrior in your neighborhood. So next time you peel a carrot, remember, you're not just making a snack, you're saving the planet one compost pile at a time. Composting, nature's recycling champion. Composting is like nature's very own recycling superhero, swooping in to save the day and transform our kitchen scraps into something magical. Imagine this: instead of tossing those banana peels, apple cores, and leftover salad into the trash, you can send them off to a cozy compost pile where they can hang out, mingle, and eventually turn into nutrient-rich soil. It's like a party for food waste, but instead of wild dancing, they're breaking down and becoming the best fertilizer your garden could ever ask for. Plus, it's a way to give Mother Earth a big, warm hug. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but how does this whole composting thing work? Well, it's simpler than teaching a cat to fetch. You gather organic materials like fruit and vegetable scraps, coffee grounds, and even some yard waste like leaves and grass clippings. Layer them up like a lasagna of goodness, and let the magic happen. Tiny critters like worms, bacteria, and fungi come in to do the hard work, munching away and breaking everything down. It's like a tiny, bustling community working together to create something amazing. Who knew that all those leftover lunch items could be the life of the party?
Brief speech break. ReadVox Premium offers seamless text-to-speech without breaks.
But wait, there's more. Composting isn't just good for your garden. It's also a fantastic way to reduce waste. When we throw food scraps into the landfill, they sit there and decompose in a way that releases all sorts of nasty gases into the atmosphere, like methane. By composting, we're not only saying goodbye to waste, but we're also giving a big high five to our planet by cutting down on greenhouse gas emissions. You could say that composters are the ultimate eco-warriors fighting the good fight against climate change, one carrot top at a time. And let's not forget the amazing benefits of using compost in our gardens. When you sprinkle that dark, crumbly magic around your plants, it's like giving them a super boost of nutrients. Plants love compost because it helps them grow strong and healthy, making your garden not just a patch of green, but a thriving jungle. Plus, it helps retain moisture in the soil, which means less watering for you. Talk about a win-win. You get to feel like a gardening genius while your plants strut their stuff. So, if you're looking for a fun, engaging way to teach your students about sustainability, composting is the way to go. It's an opportunity for hands-on learning, where students can see the transformation of waste into something beneficial. Who wouldn't want to be part of a composting adventure? With a little humor and creativity, you can inspire the next generation of Earth heroes to embrace composting and help save our planet one peel at a time. The Great Plastic Challenge. Say no to single use. Picture this. You're at a picnic, surrounded by your favorite snacks, and suddenly you realize that your plate is a plastic frisbee. Your fork is a shiny single-use utensil, and your drink is in a plastic cup that could double as a space helmet. Welcome to the world of single-use plastics. They're like the party guests who just won't leave piling up in our landfills and oceans. It's time to take a stand, or should we say a sit, because it's hard to stand when you're doing the plastic pile-up dance as you try to avoid stepping on those pesky wrappers. Now let's talk about the life of a single-use plastic eater. These things are born with a purpose, like a superhero on a mission. But instead of saving the day, they end up in a landfill or floating in the ocean, where they decide to throw a never-ending party with their plastic pals. Imagine a plastic straw trying to make friends with a bottle cap and a grocery bag. They're not exactly the team of the recycling world. And while they're having their fun, they're causing real trouble for our planet. Sea turtles mistake plastic bags for jellyfish, and when they try to munch on them, it's like ordering the wrong meal at your favorite restaurant. Total disaster. So, how do we become heroes in this plastic saga? It's simple. We say no thank you to single-use plastics. Instead of using that flimsy plastic fork that bends like a yoga master when you try to eat your salad, let's bring our own.
Yo, speech break time. More users mean more speech breaks, but not for premium subscribers.
Reusable utensils. You can even decorate them with stickers to show off your personality. And those water bottles? Ditch the plastic ones and grab a reusable bottle that you can refill like a champion. Think of it as your trusty sidekick in the battle against plastic waste. Now let's get creative. Challenge your students to come up with fun alternatives to single-use plastics. How about using old t-shirts to create reusable shopping bags? Or transforming jars into cool containers for snacks? It's like crafting meets eco-warrior training. Organize a plastic-free day at school where everyone tries to pack their lunches without plastic. Bonus points for creativity. Extra bonus points if someone dresses up as a reusable shopping bag. Together, we can make a difference and turn the tide against single-use plastics. By sharing laughs, challenges, and creative ideas, we'll empower our students to be the eco-heroes of tomorrow. So grab your reusable bags, and let's conquer the Great Plastic Challenge. Remember, every small action counts, and who knows? One day, we might just find those pesky plastic items sitting at home, wondering where all their friends went. Spoiler alert, they're busy saving the planet. Chapter 5, Water Wise, Techniques to Save. H20. Rainwater harvesting. Every drop counts. Rainwater harvesting might sound like a fancy term for a rainy day picnic, but it's actually one of the coolest ways to save our planet. Imagine a giant sponge soaking up all the rainwater that falls on your roof instead of letting it just slide off into the street. This is what rainwater harvesting does. It's like giving Mother Nature a big high five every time it rains. Instead of wasting that precious water, we collect it and use it for watering plants, flushing toilets, or even washing our cars. So next time the sky opens up, think of it as nature's way of filling our water bottles. Now, you might be wondering how this all works. Picture a superhero cape made of a gutter system that channels rainwater from your roof into a storage tank. When it rains, the gutters catch the water and lead it to the tank, which is usually sitting patiently in your backyard, ready for action. It's like having a water bottle that fills up every time the clouds decide to cry, and the best part? You don't even have to carry it around. Just set it up and let the rain do all the heavy lifting. Talk about teamwork. But wait, there's more. Rainwater harvesting isn't just about saving water. It's also about saving money. Imagine saving enough cash to buy that video game you've been eyeing or a new skateboard. By using rainwater for chores like watering the garden, you can reduce your water bill. And who doesn't want a little extra cash for snacks? It's a win-win situation. Plus, when you use rainwater, you're helping to keep our rivers and lakes clean since less runoff means fewer pollutants washing into those bodies of water. You're practically a water-saving superhero.
It's speech break time. Upgrade to premium and say goodbye to unexpected speech breaks.
Now, here's the cherry on top. Rainwater harvesting is also super easy and fun. You can even get your students involved in the process. Have them create their own mini rainwater collection system using recycled materials. The plastic bottle can become a mini reservoir, and they can decorate it with colorful paints. It's like crafting meets science. Not only will they learn about the importance of water conservation, but they'll also have a blast getting their hands dirty. Who knew saving the planet could be so entertaining? So teachers, let's rally the troops and spread the word about rainwater harvesting. Every drop counts, and when we teach our students about this simple yet effective technique, we empower them to become eco-warriors of the future. With a little humor and a lot of enthusiasm, we can inspire the next generation to cherish every drop of water and turn rainy days into opportunities to save the earth. Together, we can create a brighter, greener future one raindrop at a time. Drip irrigation. The slow and steady approach. Drip irrigation is like the tortoise in the classic race against the hare. While the hare zooms past with flashy methods, drip irrigation takes a slow and steady approach, carefully watering plants and saving precious water. Imagine tiny little water droplets dancing their way down to the roots of plants, whispering, "Don't worry, we've got you covered." This method is so efficient that even your favorite superhero, Captain Conservation, would give it a thumbs up. After all, who wouldn't want a superhero that saves water while keeping plants happy and healthy? Now picture this. You're in a garden with thirsty plants that are parched like a desert. Instead of dumping buckets of water on them and causing a mini waterfall which, let's be honest, would make a hilarious YouTube video. Drip irrigation delivers just the right amount of water right where it's needed. It's like giving each plant its own personal spa day. They get the moisture they need without the soggy socks or muddy shoes. And guess what? This not-so-hairy method not only keeps plants happy but also helps save our precious water resources. It's a win-win situation. But wait, there's more. Drip irrigation doesn't just save water, it also saves money. Imagine being able to grow a garden without breaking the bank. It's like finding money in your old jacket pocket or realizing there's a sale on pizza. Farmers can grow crops more efficiently, which means they can sell more produce without spending a fortune on watering. With drip irrigation, even a tiny garden can have a big impact. It's like having a superhero sidekick that helps you stretch your resources further. Now let's talk about how drip irrigation can help our planet. When we use less water, we're not just saving our wallets, we're also conserving our precious water supplies. This is especially important in places where water is as scarce as a unicorn at a birthday party. Plus, by using drip irrigation, we reduce the chances of water running off and taking valuable soil with it.
Guess what? Speech break. Remember, ReadVox Premium offers interruption-free listening. Join today.
It's like keeping your favorite ice cream cone from toppling over. We want to keep everything balanced and intact. In conclusion, drip irrigation is the slow and steady approach that can lead to big results. With its efficient use of water, cost-saving benefits, and positive impact on the environment, it's a method that every eco-warrior should cheer for. So, the next time you're watering your plants, think about how drip irrigation could make your gardening adventures even more exciting. After all, saving the planet can be fun, especially when you're doing it one droplet at a time. Fun water facts. Did you know? Did you know that the average person uses about 100 gallons of water every single day? That's enough to fill a small kiddie pool. Imagine all the fun you could have with that much water splashing around, pretending to be a dolphin, or even trying to break the world record for synchronized swimming in your backyard. But wait, before you start your Olympic dreams, remember that every drop counts, and we should be using our water wisely. So next time you're rebrushing your teeth, think about all the water you could save by turning off the tap instead of channeling your inner waterfall. Here's a splash of fun. Only about one of the water on Earth is fresh and drinkable. The rest? Well, it's either salty seawater or locked up in glaciers and ice caps, just chilling out. So, while you might feel like a water wizard when you're diving into a pool, just remember that there's a lot more water in the ocean than in your favorite lemonade stand. If we want to keep that one fresh and ready for our next refreshing drink, we need to start thinking about water conservation like it's the hottest new trend, because it totally is. Ever heard of water footprints? No, it's not a new dance craze. It's actually a way to measure how much water we use in our daily lives. From the burgers we eat to the cotton t-shirts we wear, everything has a water footprint. That tasty burger you had for lunch? It took around 600 gallons of water to make it. That's enough to fill your entire bathtub. So next time you're munching on a burger, you can impress your friends by telling them how many gallons of water went into it. Just don't forget to sip your drink responsibly. Let's not forget about the amazing water-saving inventions that are popping up everywhere. Have you heard of waterless urinals? Yep, they exist. They're saving gallons of water every day like a superhero for the bathroom. And what about rainwater harvesting systems? They're like giant buckets that catch rainwater, so you can water your garden or wash your car without feeling guilty. These innovations prove that saving water can be just as cool as the latest gadgets. Who knew being eco-friendly could also make you feel like a tech-savvy genius? Lastly, we must acknowledge the most important water hero, you, by teaching your students about water conservation and how to save our precious resources.
Psst. Speech break. Remember, upgrading to premium removes all interruptions.
You're empowering the next generation to be the champions of our planet. So, whether you're turning off the tap while washing your hands, encouraging them to take shorter showers, or planting a garden that uses less water, remember that every little bit counts. Together, we can create a wave of change that will keep our planet happy and healthy for years to come. Chapter 6. Get Moving. Eco-friendly transportation. Biking adventures. Pedal power to the rescue. Picture this. A world where traffic jams are replaced by the gentle swish of bike tires gliding over pavement. And the only honking you hear is from geese trying to cross the road. This is the magical realm of biking adventures, where pedal power not only fuels our journeys, but also rescues our planet from the clutches of pollution and congestion. So grab your helmets and lace up those sneakers, because we're about to embark on a two-wheeled escapade that will leave you laughing all the way to the eco-friendly bank. First off, let's talk about the incredible benefits of biking. Did you know that for every mile you bike instead of driving, you save about 1 pound of carbon dioxide from entering the atmosphere? That's right. Every time you pedal, you're not just getting in shape, you're also contributing to a cleaner planet. Plus, biking is a fantastic way to show off your fashion sense. Who wouldn't want to sport a helmet that screams, "I'm saving the world one pedal at a time"? Just make sure those pedals don't get tangled in your favorite cape. Now let's address the elephant, or should I say, the traffic jam in the room. With more and more people choosing to bike, urban areas are transforming into vibrant, bike-friendly zones. Imagine cities filled with colorful bike lanes, where bicycles whiz by like superheroes on a mission. In these happy places, cars move slower than a tortoise in a marathon, and cyclists have the freedom to explore every nook and cranny. Plus, who needs a gym membership when you can turn your daily commute into a workout? Just remember to keep your water bottle handy so you don't end up looking like a sweaty mess on your arrival. But wait, there's more. Biking isn't just about saving the planet, it's also about connecting with our communities. Have you ever noticed how much more fun it is to ride with friends? Whether you're cruising through a local park or tackling a nearby trail, biking fosters camaraderie and laughter. Picture a group of friends racing each other, only to discover that someone's chain fell off and they're now running alongside their bike like a cartoon character in a slapstick comedy. These moments create memories that stick longer than the gum you'll inevitably find stuck to your shoe. Lastly, let's not forget the role of biking in sustainable agriculture and eco-friendly transportation. Farmers are increasingly embracing bicycles to transport fresh produce to local markets. Imagine a farmer pedaling their way to the market, their bike loaded with juicy tomatoes and crunchy carrots.
Psst. Speech break. Premium users enjoy uninterrupted content, even during peak hours.
While the neighbors cheer them on like they're in the Tour de France. By choosing to bike, we support our local economy and reduce the carbon footprint of our food. Who knew that saving the planet could be so delicious? So as we wrap up this biking adventure, remember that every time you hop on your bike, you're not just having fun, you're making a difference. Let's inspire our students to see biking as a heroic act in the quest to save our planet. After all, every pedal stroke counts, and who doesn't want to be a hero in the eyes of Mother Earth? Now let's ride into the sunset, laughing all the way to a greener future. Electric cars, zap, the future is here. Electric cars are like the superheroes of the transportation world, zooming around with zero emissions while making you feel like you're driving the future. Imagine getting behind the wheel of a car that runs on electricity instead of stinky old gas. It's like switching from a dinosaur to a rocket ship. These electric wonders are not only saving the planet, but they're also saving us from those nasty gas station visits. Who wants to wait in line while the person in front tries to remember which side their gas cap is on? Now let's talk about how these cars get their power. You might think they plug into the wall like your phone, and you're not wrong. Electric vehicles, or Vs for short, can be charged at home or at special charging stations. Some of these stations are faster than a cheetah on roller skates, giving your car enough juice to go even further than your last family vacation. Well, almost. And don't worry, when you say, "I need to charge my car," it doesn't mean you're about to pay your electric bill. It's all about harnessing the power of renewable energy sources, like solar and wind, which is like giving Mother Nature a high five. You might have heard some people say, but electric cars can't go very far. Well, that's like saying a cheetah can't run fast because it needs a snack break. The truth is that modern electric cars can take you on a long road trip without needing to stop every 5 minutes. With amazing battery technology, some EVs can travel over 300 miles on a single charge. Just think of all the snacks you can bring on that trip without worrying about a gas station detour. Plus, you can make pit stops at charging stations that are often located in cool places like coffee shops or parks. Now let's not forget about the cool gadgets that come with electric cars. Imagine a car that tells you where to find the nearest charging station, or even suggests the fastest route to avoid traffic. It's like having a personal assistant right in your dashboard. Some cars even have features that let you control things from your phone. Picture this. You're sitting at home and you think, "I need my car to be warm and toasty when I get in." With the app, you can start warming it up from your couch. Talk about living in the future. In conclusion, electric cars are not just a trend. They're a powerful tool for saving our planet.
Boop. Speech break. More users online means more frequent breaks. Go premium to skip them.
They help reduce air pollution, save energy, and make our world a cleaner, greener place. So the next time you see an electric car zoom by, remember that it's not just a car, it's a superhero in disguise, fighting for a better tomorrow. And who knows, maybe one day, you'll be the one behind the wheel, leading the charge into a more sustainable future. Public transport, the magic carpet ride. Public transport is like a magic carpet ride, but instead of flying through the air, you're cruising through the streets in a bus, train, or tram. Imagine hopping onto a bright yellow school bus, ready to zoom off to your next adventure. With public transport, you don't have to worry about traffic jams or finding a place to park. Instead, you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the scenery. Just think of all the interesting characters you could meet, like the guy who sings show tunes at the back of the bus, or the lady with a collection of colorful hats that could rival a peacock. But wait, there's more. Public transport is also a hero in the fight against pollution. When we all pile onto a bus or train, we reduce the number of cars on the road. Fewer cars mean less exhaust and cleaner air for everyone. It's like throwing a huge party for Mother Earth, where everyone is invited to dance and sing instead of puffing out clouds of smoke. Plus, when we use public transport, we're saving energy like a superhero who can leap tall buildings in a single bound, but instead, we're leaping over the need for extra gasoline. Now let's talk about the real magic of public transport. It's affordable. Riding the bus or train is often cheaper than filling up a car with gas. Imagine having a pocket full of coins that can take you all over town. You could visit the zoo, the library, or even the ice cream shop without breaking the bank. It's like having a treasure map that leads you to all the best spots without spending all your gold coins. And while you're on your ride, You can practice your ninja moves dodging the occasional spilled soda or backpack that someone forgot to hold on to. Let's not forget the fun factor. Riding on public transport can be an adventure in itself. You can play games with your friends, catch up on that book you've been meaning to read, or even listen to your favorite tunes while you zoom along. And who knows? You might even discover a new favorite snack from the person sitting next to you who just happens to have the most interesting lunchbox. Public transport keeps things exciting, and it's a great way to make new friends. Just be sure to share your snacks. In conclusion, public transport is not just about getting from point A to point B. It's a magical journey that helps save our planet. It's eco-friendly, budget-friendly, and full of surprises. So next turn you hop on that bus or train, remember that you're not just a passenger. You're a part of something bigger, a team working together to make our Earth a cleaner, greener, and more wonderful place to live. So buckle up and enjoy the ride on your very own magic carpet.
Whoopsie daisy, speech break. Remember, premium means no more unexpected pauses.
Chapter 7. Urban Greening. Making Cities Bloom. Rooftop gardens. The sky's the limit. Rooftop gardens are like the superheroes of the urban landscape, swooping in to save the day, one green leaf at a time. Imagine a world where buildings don't just scrape the sky but also sprout delicious veggies, vibrant flowers, and buzzing bees. That's right, when you think of the top of a building, you might picture a bland roof, but with a little imagination and a lot of soil, it can turn into a jungle of joy right above our heads. Forget about boring concrete, let's grow our pizza toppings instead. Now, you might be wondering how on earth a rooftop can hold a garden. Well, it's not magic, though it might feel like it. Rooftops are specially designed with lightweight soil, drainage systems, and plants that are practically superheroes themselves. These plants can withstand wind, drought, and even the occasional pigeon footsie. With the right planning and a sprinkle of creativity, cities can transform their rooftops into green oases. Just think of it as giving Mother Nature a cozy apartment above all those busy streets. But wait, there's more. Rooftop gardens aren't just pretty faces. They also help save our planet. They keep buildings cooler, which means less air conditioning and more money saved for ice cream. Plus, they soak up rainwater, which helps prevent flooding. It's like these gardens are wearing capes, fighting off climate change one leaf at a time. And don't forget about the delicious produce. Imagine picking fresh tomatoes for your salad without needing to drive all the way to the grocery store. Talk about farm to table with a twist. Let's not overlook the social benefits of rooftop gardens either. They're like community centers in the sky. Neighbors can come together to plant flowers, grow herbs, and even have the occasional rooftop picnic. Who wouldn't want to chow down on sandwiches surrounded by marigolds? Plus, kids can learn about growing food, all while getting some much-needed vitamin D. You never know, your students might even become the next generation of eco-warriors, armed with the knowledge of how to save the planet one rooftop at a time. So, as you dive into the world of rooftop gardens, remember that they are more than just a trend, they are a movement. They show us that even in the busiest cities, we can create green spaces that benefit everyone. With a little humor and a lot of heart, we can inspire our students to tap into their creativity and think outside the box, or should we say, the roof. Let's encourage them to dream big, because with rooftop gardens, the sky truly is the limit. Community gardens. Planting seeds of change. Community gardens are like the superhero team of the plant world. Just picture it. A bunch of neighbors, armed with gardening gloves and a variety of seeds, banding together to fight the evil forces of bland urban landscapes and food deserts. These gardens pop up in empty lots and on rooftops, transforming dull spaces into vibrant patches of green.
Buckle up, it's speech break o'clock. Read-Vox Premium users enjoy continuous playback. Join now with 28% discount.
Not only do they provide fresh veggies and herbs, but they also sprinkle a little magic dust of community spirit everywhere they grow. Who knew that planting tomatoes could bring people together like a potluck dinner? Imagine your average city block, where the only green thing in sight is the gum stuck to the sidewalk. Enter the community garden, ready to save the day. With a little digging, watering, and maybe a few friendly debates over the best way to grow zucchini, neighbors become friends. Kids learn to appreciate the joy of getting dirt under their nails, and parents enjoy a much-needed break from scrolling through their phones. It's a win-win situation. Fresh produce and friendship all in one place. Plus, nothing beats the bragging rights of being able to say, I grew that carrot. But community gardens aren't just about growing food, they're also about nurturing the environment. These gardens can help reduce waste by composting kitchen scraps, turning trash into treasure. Who would have thought that banana peels could become gold for the soil? And don't forget about the amazing biodiversity these gardens support. Bees, butterflies, and even the occasional curious squirrel find their way into these green havens. It's like hosting a wildlife party where everyone is invited, and the snacks are organic. Now, let's talk about the benefits of community gardens for our planet. They can help cool down our cities, making them more comfortable during those sizzling summer days. Instead of melting like a popsicle, you can enjoy a shady spot under a leafy tree while munching on a freshly picked cucumber. Plus, planting more greenery helps improve air quality, making it easier to breathe and reducing those pesky greenhouse gases. Who knew that a little plant could pack such a powerful punch in the fight against climate change? So teachers, why not let your students cultivate their inner eco-warriors? Encourage them to start or join a community garden. It's an adventure that combines science, teamwork, and a whole lot of fun. Not only will they learn about sustainable agriculture and water conservation, but they'll also experience the joy of watching something grow a bit like magic minus the rabbits and top hats. By planting seeds of change in their neighborhoods, your students can make a difference, one garden at a time. Now, who's ready to dig in? Wildlife corridors, city slickers for nature. Imagine you're a raccoon, a master of dumpster diving, but one day the garbage cans in your neighborhood disappear. Where do you go for your midnight snack? This is the dilemma faced by many wild animals as cities expand and their habitats shrink. Enter wildlife corridors, the superhero highways that help animals zip around urban jungles without turning into road pizza. These special paths allow critters to travel safely from one patch of nature to another, ensuring they can find food, mates, and maybe even the best spots for a nap. Now, you might be picturing a raccoon in a tiny car, driving down a wildlife highway with sunglasses on, but that's not quite how it works.
Short speech break. Premium subscribers are enjoying seamless playback right now. Join them.
Wildlife corridors can be as simple as a grassy strip connecting two parks, or as complex as a bridge over a busy road, complete with fake trees and bushes to make animals feel at home. They're like nature's version of a get-out-of-jail-free card, giving animals a chance to dodge traffic, avoid pesky humans, and keep the genetic diversity of their species alive. Who knew that raccoons were such savvy travelers? Let's talk about the benefits of these critter highways. Not only do they help animals, but they also assist in keeping our cities greener and healthier. By allowing wildlife to thrive, we're also inviting pollinators like bees and butterflies into our urban areas. Think of them as the furry and feathered workers keeping our gardens blooming and our fruit trees producing. Wildlife corridors are like the ultimate team players, helping both animals and humans enjoy a thriving ecosystem. But how can we help? Well, you could start by making your schoolyard a mini wildlife corridor. Plant native flowers, set up birdhouses, or even create a little pond for frogs. The more inviting your school is to wildlife, the more they might show up to hang out. Plus, it's a fantastic opportunity to teach your students about biodiversity, conservation, and the importance of protecting our furry friends. Who wouldn't want to be the teacher known for bringing raccoons and butterflies to school? In the grand scheme of saving the Earth, wildlife corridors are just one piece of the puzzle. They remind us that every creature, from the tiniest ant to the biggest bear, plays a role in our planet's health. So get out there and champion those wildlife highways. Whether it's building a butterfly garden, advocating for green spaces, or simply learning about the animals around you, every little bit helps. Remember, we're all in this together, and with a little Herner and creativity, we can help our fellow Earth dwellers find their way home. Chapter 8. Fashionably Green. Sustainable Textiles. Thrift Store Treasures. Fashion with a Past. Thrift stores are like treasure chests just waiting for a curious adventurer to dive in. Imagine walking into a place where every rack is like a pirate's map, leading you to clothing with stories longer than your favorite book. The vintage jackets might have once belonged to someone who danced at a disco, or the quirky shirts could have been worn by a cat lover in a cozy little town. When you wear these thrift store finds, you're not just sporting a unique outfit, you're wearing a piece of history. Plus, it's great for the planet because it keeps those clothes out of landfills. Now let's talk about the thrill of the hunt. You never know what you'll find lurking on those shelves. One day you might stumble upon a sparkly sequin dress that screams prom night, while the next day, you might find a pair of shoes that look like they could race a cheetah.
Short speech break. More users mean more breaks, but not for premium subscribers.
Shopping at thrift stores is like going on a treasure hunt where the only cost is a little bit of your time and a lot of imagination. Every item has potential, it just needs someone to give it a chance and say, yes, I can rock this. Sustainable fashion isn't just a fancy phrase, it's a way to save the planet while looking fabulous. By choosing thrifted clothing, you are waving goodbye to fast fashion and its harmful ways. Fast fashion is like that super fast roller coaster ride. Exciting at first, but then you realize it leaves a big mess behind. Thrift stores help reduce waste, conserve resources, and promote recycling. When you buy secondhand, you're part of a superhero team fighting against pollution and textile waste. Who knew thrift shopping could make you a fashion hero? Thrift stores also spark creativity. Ever thought about turning that oversized shirt into a fashionable tote bag? Or how about using an old pair of jeans to make a trendy pillow? The possibilities are endless. You can mix and match and create your own unique style that isn't just eco-friendly but also one of a kind. Every time you wear your thrifted treasures, you can proudly say, "I made this mine." It's like being an artist, but instead of paint and canvas, you're working with fabric and flair. So next time you're looking for a new outfit or a fun project, consider visiting your local thrift store. Not only will you find unique pieces that tell stories, but you'll also be helping to save the earth, one quirky shirt at a time. Remember, every thrift store run is an adventure, and who knows? You might just find the next big fashion trend hidden in the depths of a rack. So grab your friends, put on your explorer hats, and let's go treasure hunting, DIY fashion, crafting your eco-friendly wardrobe. Did you know that just like superheroes, your wardrobe can also save the planet? Welcome to the world of DIY fashion, where you can transform old clothes into eco-friendly masterpieces. Imagine turning that worn-out t-shirt with a questionable stain into a trendy tote bag. It's like giving your clothes a second chance at life. Talk about a fashion resurrection. So grab your scissors, some fabric glue, and maybe a little glitter. Glitter is always optional, but highly encouraged. And let's dive into the fun of crafting your eco-friendly wardrobe. First things first, let's tackle the issue of fast fashion. You know, the kind where clothes are cheaper than a pack of gum, but they fall apart faster than your dog can chase a squirrel. Instead of contributing to this fashion faux pas, we can use our creativity to upcycle. Picture this: you take those old jeans that are 2 sizes too small and turn them into a stylish pair of shorts. And if they are still too tight, just cut them into a cute headband. Suddenly, you're not just a fashionista, you're a planet-saving genius. Your friends will be so jealous, they might just start calling you the upcycle wizard. Next up, let's talk about fabric choices. You don't need to raid your parents' closets for old clothes to craft your new wardrobe.
It's speech break time. Premium users skip these breaks by being served from premium dedicated servers.
Why not consider using natural fabrics like cotton or linen? They're like the superheroes of the fabric world, biodegradable and comfy. You could even try your hand at making clothes from recycled materials, like old bed sheets or curtains. Just think, you could be strutting around in a dress made from an ancient floral print that used to hang in your grandma's living room. Talk about a conversation starter. But wait, there's more. Have you ever thought about hosting a clothing swap party? Imagine all your friends bringing their old clothes, and you all trade outfits like it's a fashion treasure hunt. It's an eco-friendly way to refresh your wardrobe without spending a dime. Plus, it's a great excuse to munch on snacks and dance around to your favorite tunes while trying on the weirdest outfits you can find. Just be careful not to leave the party with a pair of pants that look like they belong to a disco ball. Last but not least, let's remember to spread the word. Share your day fashion projects with your classmates and teachers. Maybe even organize a fashion show to showcase your eco-friendly creations. You can strut down the hall with confidence, knowing you're not just looking fabulous, but also helping Mother Earth. So roll up those sleeves, put on your crafting cape, and get ready for an adventure that's as stylish as it is sustainable. With a little creativity, you can show the world that saving the planet can be both fun and fashionable. The truth about fast fashion, spoiler alert, the truth about fast fashion is that it's like that friend who always shows up to the party with a new outfit, but nobody knows where they got it. Spoiler alert, it's often made in a rush, and not in a good way. Fast fashion brands crank out trendy clothes so quickly that they've got the style world spinning faster than a hamster on a wheel. But behind the glitter and glam lies a not-so-pretty truth. These clothes may be cheap, but they come with a hefty price to our planet. It's like getting a candy bar for $1, but realizing you just bought a ticket to a roller coaster of environmental chaos. Let's take a peek behind the curtain of the fashion industry. Did you know that making a single pair of jeans can use over 1,800 gallons of water? That's enough to fill a small swimming pool. Imagine diving into that pool, but instead of water, it's filled with all the resources we've wasted for a pair of pants. Now that's a belly flop nobody wants to do. And while you're at it, consider all the chemicals used in dyeing and treating those clothes. It's like fashion's secret recipe for disaster. Who knew looking good could come at such a cost? Now here's where it gets really wild. Fast fashion not only uses up our precious resources but also creates mountains of waste. When those trendy clothes go out of style faster than a TikTok dance, they often end up in landfills. If you could see the pile of discarded clothes, it would look like a giant sad polyester mountain.
Psst. Speech break. Premium users enjoy uninterrupted content, even during peak hours.
And just when you think it can't get worse, those clothes take years to decompose. Talk about a fashion faux pas. Instead of a runway, we've created a landfill runway, and it's not the kind of show anyone wants to see. But wait, there's hope for our planet, and it comes in the form of sustainable fashion. Think of it as fast fashion's cooler, more responsible sibling. Sustainable fashion encourages us to buy less, choose wisely, and embrace our unique style. It's all about reducing waste, using eco-friendly materials, and supporting brands that care about the earth. Imagine if everyone decided to wear their favorite outfit for a whole week instead of racing to the store for the latest trend. We would be fashion-forward and planet-friendly at the same time. So, what can we do to join the sustainable fashion revolution? First, let's become eco-fashion detectives. Look for clothing made from organic cotton, recycled materials, or that cool new fabric made from old plastic bottles. Next, consider swapping clothes with friends or donating old items instead of tossing them. You might just find a hidden gem in your friend's closet that's way cooler than anything from the fast fashion aisle. Together, we can turn the tide on fast fashion and create a world where looking good doesn't mean harming our planet. Let's wear our commitment to the earth with pride. Chapter 9. Building Green. Architecture for a Better Planet. The 3 R's of building: reduce, reuse, recycle. In the grand adventure of saving our planet, we encounter 3 trusty sidekicks: reduce, reuse, and recycle. Think of them as the superhero trio you never knew you needed in your life. Reduce is like the wise elder who tells you to cut down on that extra slice of pizza, even when it looks delicious, reminding you that less is sometimes more. Reuse is the crafty friend who turns an old cereal box into a spaceship, proving that with a little imagination, trash can become treasure. And then there's recycle, the energetic one who jumps in to save the day by transforming your old soda cans into shiny new products. Together, they form a powerful team ready to tackle waste and save our planet. First up, we have reduce. This superhero teaches us to be mindful of how much stuff we consume. Imagine if every time you bought a new gadget, you had to get rid of an old one. Ouch. That would make us think twice before splurging on that latest shiny toy. By reducing what we buy, we lighten our load and help the earth breathe a little easier. So next time you're tempted to grab that extra pack of gum, ask yourself, do I really need it, or can I save my allowance for something cooler? Spoiler alert, you can save it for ice cream. Now let's meet reuse, the ultimate crafty genius. This one can turn your old stuff into something new and exciting. Ever thought about using that empty glass jar to store your colorful marbles instead of tossing it in the trash? Or how about turning an old t-shirt into a funky tote bag?
It's speech break time. Upgrade to premium and say goodbye to unexpected speech breaks.
Reuse encourages us to think creatively and see potential in things that would otherwise end up in a landfill. So, gather your students for a fun project. Who can create the coolest item from sort of thing that would have been thrown away? The results might just blow your mind and save the planet. And now, say hello to recycle, the energetic champion of getting things back into the production line. When we recycle, we're not just tossing things into a bin. We're giving them a whole new life. It's like sending them off to a spa day where they come back refreshed and ready to serve a new purpose. Did you know that recycling one aluminum can save enough energy to power a television for 3 hours? That's right. So when your students finish their juice boxes and see those shiny containers, remind them they can help. Power the next binge-worthy show. How cool is that? Incorporating the 3 R's into our daily routines doesn't just help the earth. It can be a lot of fun too. Encourage your students to team up and make it a challenge. Who can come up with the most creative way to reduce waste, reuse materials, or recycle? The classroom can turn into a hub of innovation as they brainstorm and share ideas. Through laughter and creativity, they'll learn that saving the planet doesn't have to be boring. It's an adventure, and every small step counts, making them Earth heroes in their own right. Energy-efficient homes. Cozy and cost-effective energy-efficient homes are like the superheroes of the housing world, saving the planet while keeping our wallets happy. Imagine a house that doesn't just sit there but works hard to keep you cozy and save energy at the same time. These homes are designed with special features that make them superstars in the quest to save Earth's resources. From solar panels that soak up sunshine like a sponge to windows that keep the heat in and the cold out. Energy-efficient homes are proof that being good to the environment can be a whole lot of fun. Let's talk about insulation, the unsung hero of energy efficiency. It's like a warm blanket for your house. Proper insulation keeps your house from getting too hot in the summer and too cold in the winter. Without it, your home might feel more like a sauna or an ice palace. Imagine trying to enjoy a nice bowl of soup while sweating bullets or shivering uncontrollably. With great insulation, you can enjoy the perfect temperature all year long, and your energy bills will look like a horror movie. Now let's not forget about those sneaky little energy vampires known as appliances. You know the ones. Your refrigerator is chillin' while your TV is binge-watching its favorite shows. Energy-efficient appliances are like the cool kids at school who don't suck all the power out of the room. They use less energy, which means you save money and help the planet at the same time. It's like having your cake and eating it too if the cake were made of renewable energy and not just a bunch of sugar. Another fantastic feature of energy-efficient homes is their ability to harness renewable energy.
Speech break here. Upgrade to premium and enjoy continuous text-to-speech.
Solar panels can turn sunlight into electricity, making your home a mini power plant. Just imagine our roof could be working hard while you're lounging on the couch watching your favorite show. Wind turbines can also be used if you live in a breezy area. It's like having a pet that generates energy instead of needing to be fed. Talk about a win-win situation. In conclusion, energy-efficient homes are not just cozy, they are champions of cost-effectiveness and sustainability. By embracing these eco-friendly designs, we can reduce our carbon footprint and show Mother Earth some love. So whether you are a teacher, student, or just a curious adult, let's spread the word about these incredible homes. After all, who wouldn't want a house that's not only warm and comfy but also works hard to save the planet? Now that's what I call a home sweet home. Natural building materials. Earthy is trendy. Natural building materials are like the cool kids of the construction world, strutting their earthy vibes and making everyone rethink what it means to build a house. Instead of using concrete and steel, which are about as friendly to the planet as a three-headed dragon, we can turn to materials that come straight from Mother Nature's toolbox. Think clay, straw, and even recycled tires. These materials not only look great, but also help our planet breathe a little easier. First up, let's talk about cob, which is a delightful mixture of clay, sand, and straw. Imagine making a giant mud pie, but with a purpose. Cob houses are sturdy, cozy, and can be shaped into all sorts of whimsical designs. Plus, they're incredibly energy efficient, keeping you warm in winter and cool in summer. It's like having your own little earth oven that's not just for baking cookies. Who wouldn't want to live in a house that looks like a giant, friendly mushroom? Then there's straw bales, which might sound like something you'd find in a barn, but they're actually the building blocks of some super eco-friendly homes. These bales provide excellent insulation, making them a fantastic option for saving energy. Using straw bales is like wrapping your house in a cozy blanket made of sunshine. Just imagine walking into a room that feels as warm as a hug from your grandmother. Plus, when the house is done, you can even use the leftover straw to build a scarecrow named Gerald. Every house needs a Gerald, right? Don't forget about rammed earth, which sounds like a new dance move, but is actually a technique where layers of soil are compacted to create solid walls. It's like giving the earth a big bear hug. These walls are not only super sturdy, but they also blend beautifully with nature. Imagine living in a house that looks like it grew right out of the ground. Plus, rammed earth structures can last for centuries. Talk about a solid investment. If you ever wanted to feel like a hobbit in the Shire, this is your chance. Finally, let's chat about recycled materials.
This is a speech break. Did you know? Premium subscribers never experience speech interruptions.
Who knew that old tires and bottles could be transformed into something as cool as a house? Using recycled materials is like giving Mother Earth a high five. Instead of ending up in a landfill, discarded items can take on a new life as part of a beautiful building. It's the ultimate recycling project. And you can even brag to your friends that you live in a house built from things that were once considered trash. Talk about a conversation starter at dinner parties. So the next time you think about building something, remember that earthy is trendy. Natural building materials not only help save the planet, but also inspire creativity, turning our homes into unique works of art. Whether it's cob, straw, rammed earth, or recycled treasures, these materials remind us that building sustainably can be fun, funky, and fabulous. Let's embrace the earth and build with love, one quirky house at a time. Chapter 10. Nature's Best Friends. Habitat Conservation. Protecting our forests, the wood wide web. Picture this, a group of trees throwing a party underground, complete with roots dancing and fungi serving as the DJ. This hidden party is what scientists call the wood wide web, and it's the secret network that helps trees communicate and share resources. Just like we use the internet to connect and share memes, trees use their roots and fungi to send messages, trade nutrients, and even warn each other about pesky pests. So the next time you're strolling through a forest, remember that while you're enjoying nature, the trees are busy gossiping about the latest acorn fashion trends. Now let's talk about how this underground party works. The fungi, which are like the tree's best buds, form a vast network of mycelium that connects the roots of different trees. This mycelium is like a superhighway for nutrients, allowing trees to share food and water with their neighbors. Think of it as a community potluck where everyone brings their favorite dish to share. When one tree is feeling a bit under the weather or has a shortage of sunlight, its friends can send over some extra nutrients to help it out. It's a fantastic example of teamwork in the plant kingdom, proving that even in the natural world, friends stick together. But wait, there's more. This network also plays a crucial role in protecting our forests. When a tree senses danger, such as an insect invasion or a disease outbreak, it sends out alarm signals through the wood wide web. Other trees can pick up these warnings and prepare their defenses. Imagine if a tree could yell, "Hey everyone, there's a bug party crashing our forest." That would be pretty cool, right? By working together, trees can help each other stay healthy and strong, making the forest a safer place for all its inhabitants, from squirrels to birds to those sneaky deer. Of course, this incredible system faces challenges, especially with climate change and human activities disrupting these natural networks. Deforestation, pollution, and urban development can cut off these connections, leaving trees to fend for themselves.
Buckle up, it's speech break o'clock. Premium users never have to pause for such speech breaks messages.
It's like if you took away all the phone chargers at a school and expected the students to stay connected. This is why it's super important for us to protect our forests and promote sustainable practices. By planting more trees, reducing waste, and supporting conservation efforts, we can help ensure that the Wood Wide Web continues to thrive for generations to come. So, how can we be heroes for our forests? First, we can educate ourselves and others about the importance of trees and their underground connections. Organizing tree planting events or starting a school garden can be a fun and effective way to get involved. Plus, who doesn't love a good gardening party? Remember, every tree we plant contributes to the Wood Wide Web and helps create a healthier planet. So let's roll up our sleeves, put on our superhero capes, and protect our forests, some tree at a time, saving the oceans, splashing into action. Ahoy, ocean warriors! Did you know that the ocean covers more than 70% of our planet? That's like having a giant blue blanket covering a massive bed where all sorts of fish, whales, and even the occasional mermaid live. But wait, this blanket is getting a bit dirty, and it's not just because of a few clumsy sea turtles dropping their lunch. Plastic pollution, overfishing, and climate change are making our oceans feel more like a junkyard than a vibrant underwater paradise. So grab your snorkels and put on your thinking caps. It's time to splash into action and save our oceans. First things first, let's talk about plastic. Imagine a fish wearing a plastic bag as a hat now. That's a fashion faux pas. Every year, millions of tons of plastic end up in the ocean, creating floating islands of trash that are bigger than some countries. But fear not. With a little creativity and teamwork, we can tackle this problem. Schools can organize beach cleanup days where students become eco-warriors, armed with trash bags and gloves. And who knows? Maybe they'll discover a new species of fish that's actually a flip-flop. Now, let's not forget about overfishing. It's like eating all the cookies in the jar without leaving any for your friends. Fish populations are dwindling faster than you can say sushi, and if we're not careful, we'll be saying goodbye to our favorite seafood dishes. But we can help. Teachers can encourage students to learn about sustainable fishing practices, like choosing seafood that's certified as sustainably harvested. Plus, why not host a no-fish day at school where students explore delicious alternatives? Who said you can't have a fish-free taco party? Climate change is another villain in our ocean-saving saga. Warmer waters can cause coral reefs to bleach, which is like a bad sunburn for our underwater friends. Teachers can lead discussions on renewable energy solutions, like solar panels and wind turbines that help combat climate change. Students can brainstorm ways to reduce energy consumption in their own homes.
Ding ding, speech break. Did you know Read-Vox Premium has no interruptions?
Maybe they'll even come up with an invention that powers their video games using nothing but the energy from their laughter. Finally, let's sprinkle in some fun with eco-friendly transportation options. Instead of driving to school, why not ride bikes or walk? Teachers can organize walk and roll days where students earn points for every eco-friendly way they arrive. And if anyone complains, just remind them that even superheroes need to exercise. By making small changes in our daily routines, we can help keep our oceans clean and healthy, ensuring that future generations will have their very own underwater adventures. So let's dive in and make a splash for our oceans. Wildlife rescue. Heroes in disguise. Wildlife rescue might sound like a superhero movie plot, but it's a real-life adventure filled with everyday heroes in disguise. Imagine a team of dedicated individuals dressed in khaki shorts and t-shirts, armed not with capes but with nets, first aid kits, and a whole lot of heart. These unsung champions of Earth are on a mission to save animals in distress. Whether they're retangled in fishing lines or stuck in really tight spots like that one time a raccoon wedged itself in a trash can while trying to find a midnight snack. Spoiler alert, the raccoon became a local celebrity. Picture this, a group of wildlife rescuers sets out on a sunny day hoping to enjoy a picnic. Instead, they find a baby bird that has fallen from its nest. Cue the dramatic music. The rescuers spring into action, channeling their inner bird whisperers. They carefully pick up the little football, only to realize it's a feisty one. With tiny beaks that could rival a fierce dragon, baby birds can be surprisingly demanding. It's all in a day's work, though, because these heroes know that every life counts, even if it means dodging some enthusiastic pecking. The adventures don't stop at birds. Our heroes often encounter critters like turtles trying to cross busy roads, and let's be honest, they aren't exactly known for their speed. Imagine a turtle with a tiny backpack, waving a flag and shouting, "Crossing guard to the rescue." The wildlife rescuers swoop in to save the day, ensuring these slowpokes make it safely to the other side. And don't get us started on the infamous duck crossing. It's like a scene from a comedy movie, with ducklings waddling in a straight line while the rescuers play traffic cop. Now, you might be wondering how these wildlife warriors balance the chaos of rescue missions with their everyday lives. The answer? A lot of coffee, teamwork, and the occasional hilarious mishap. Picture a rescue team trying to rescue a deer that has somehow gotten its head stuck in a fence. They've got ropes, tools, and a game plan, but somehow it turns into a comedy show with everyone losing their balance at the wrong moment. But laughter is the best medicine. It keeps spirits high and reminds them why they do what they do, to protect the amazing creatures that share our planet. In the end, wildlife rescue isn't just about saving animals. It's about spreading awareness and inspiring others to join the cause.
Quick speech break. Premium users skip these pauses. Get discount up to 43% off today.
Every successful rescue is a story that can encourage kids in classrooms to think about ways they can help the environment. So the next time you see a wildlife rescue in action or catch a raccoon in a trash can, remember, heroes come in all shapes and sizes. And sometimes they wear khaki shorts instead of capes. Who knows? Maybe one of your students will become the next great wildlife hero, saving the planet one critter at a time. Chapter 11. Climate Change. Advocate for our planet. Understanding climate change. It's hot in here. Climate change isn't just a boring old science term you hear in the news. It's like the Earth is throwing a giant, sweaty, and slightly temperamental tantrum. Imagine if your favorite ice cream cone had a meltdown on a sunny day, leaving sticky goo all over your hands. That's kind of what's happening to our planet. The Earth is getting warmer, and it's not because we've been cranking up the thermostat. Instead, it's due to greenhouse gases that are trapping heat in the atmosphere like a big, fluffy blanket that's just a tad too cozy. So, let's dive into this hot topic: no sunscreen required. Now, you might be wondering what these pesky greenhouse gases are. Think of them as the Earth's version of a bouncer at a club, letting in only the right amount of sunlight but keeping heat trapped inside. Carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide are the main culprits in this party. They're released when we burn fossil fuels, eat lots of beans, yes beans, and even when we let our favorite cows graze. The more we produce, the more the Earth gets toasty, and that's not the kind of bonfire we want. We need to keep the heat in check, or we'll all be sweating like we just ran a marathon in the Sahara. But don't worry, Earth heroes, because there's a silver lining. While the planet may be warming up, there are plenty of cool solutions to help combat climate change. Think renewable energy, like solar panels that soak up the sun's rays and wind turbines spinning like giant pinwheels. These technologies are like the superheroes of the energy world, swooping in to save us from pollution and fossil fuel dependency. Plus, they don't even need a cape. Harnessing the power of nature means we can keep our air clean and our planet a much cooler place to live. Now let's talk about food. Who doesn't love food? Sustainable agriculture practices are key to growing crops while keeping our planet happy. Imagine farmers using methods that are like a superhero team-up: organic farming, crop rotation, and even vertical gardens. They're all working together to reduce waste, conserve water, and keep our soils healthy. When we eat locally grown fruits and veggies, it's like giving Mother Earth a high five. So next time you munch on a carrot or bite into a tomato, remember you're part of the solution, not just the delicious salad. Finally, it's time to hit the road eco-friendly style.
Ta-da! Speech break time. Remember, premium users are enjoying uninterrupted content right now.
Transportation is a significant contributor to climate change, but we can change gears. Walking, biking, or hopping on a bus instead of taking the car is like giving the Earth a refreshing drink of water. Imagine a world filled with lush urban greening, where parks and trees pop up in every corner, providing shade and clean air. Every little action counts, and with a dash of creativity, we can make our cities greener and cooler. So let's roll up our sleeves and get to work, because if it's hot in here, we're the ones who can turn down the heat. How to be a climate crusader. Being a climate crusader is like being a superhero, but instead of a cape, you get a reusable grocery bag. Imagine zooming around your neighborhood on a bicycle, saving the planet one pedal at a time. It's not just about wearing your favorite Save the Earth t-shirt, although that's a great start. A climate crusader knows that every little action counts. Whether it's turning off the lights when you leave a room or convincing your friends that plants are the coolest roommates. After all, who wouldn't want a buddy that gives you oxygen for free? Let's talk about renewable energy solutions because, spoiler alert, they're super cool. Instead of relying on fossil fuels that make the earth frown, we can harness the power of the sun and wind. Think of solar panels as giant sun catchers that transform sunlight into electricity. If only we could harness the NRA from kids' laughter, right? Teachers can encourage students to explore how wind turbines work or even create mini solar-powered projects. The science is exciting, and the best part? No one has to wear a lab coat unless they really want to. Now let's dig into sustainable agriculture practices, which is just a fancy way of saying, let's grow food without making the earth cry. Imagine a farm where crops are grown without harmful chemicals, and instead, they use ladybugs as natural pest controllers. It's like having tiny, helpful superheroes in the garden. Teachers can get creative by starting a school garden or organizing a field trip to a local farm that practices sustainable methods. Who knows? Students might discover they have a green thumb and start a trend of bringing home homegrown veggies instead of candy. Waste reduction and recycling innovations are the unsung heroes in our fight against climate change. Picture this, a world where instead of throwing things away, we give them a second chance. Plastic bottles become trendy planters and old t-shirts turn into reusable shopping bags. It's like a fashion show for trash. Teachers can turn recycling into a competitive game, encouraging students to come up with innovative ideas for reusing items. Remember, one person's trash is another person's art project, and who doesn't love a good upcycled masterpiece? Lastly, let's not forget about eco-friendly transportation options. Walking, biking, carpooling, or even rollerblading to school can make a huge difference. It's like a mini adventure every day.
Psst. Speech break. Remember, upgrading to premium removes all interruptions.
Teachers can organize walk-to-school days or set up a bike parade, complete with funky helmets and colorful streamers. It's all about making the journey fun while reducing carbon footprints. So gather your students, put on your best superhero poses, and let's soar into a greener future together. Spreading the word, educating others. Spreading the word about saving our planet can feel like trying to teach a cat to fetch, challenging yet utterly rewarding. Picture this, you're in a classroom, students' eyes glazed over like donuts. But wait, instead of launching into another lecture about climate change, why not turn it into an epic adventure? Gather your students around for a superhero-style mission. They can become Earth heroes, tasked with spreading the good word about renewable energy solutions and sustainable practices. You might even inspire a few future environmentalists who will proudly declare, "I saved the planet" during recess. Now let's talk about waste reduction and recycling. Who knew that sorting trash could be as fun as a game of dodgeball? Set up a trash Olympics where students earn points for correctly identifying recyclable materials versus compostables versus the dreaded landfill items. Award prizes like eco-friendly stickers or a trophy made from recycled materials. With a bit of humor and competition, you'll have your students eagerly sorting their lunch trash like they're training for the next big event. Plus, they'll leave with a sense of accomplishment and less garbage to haul home. Water conservation can also be a splash-tastic topic. How about hosting a Water-Wise Week? Engage students in a water-saving challenge to see who can take the shortest showers, or who can creatively reuse water at home. Create a leaderboard that tracks their success. Just imagine the hilarity when someone brings in a chart that shows their family's shower time for the week was only 10 minutes total. With fun anecdotes and friendly competition, students will remember the importance of conserving water long after the challenge is over. When it comes to transportation options, encourage your students to think outside the carpool box. Organize a walk or bike to school day and watch as the kids transform into eco-warriors on wheels. You could even host a fashion show featuring the latest in upcycled bicycle helmets and eco-friendly outfits. The laughter and creativity will help them understand the benefits of reducing carbon footprints while having a blast. Let them know that every pedal counts, and who knows, you might inspire the next great eco-influencer. Lastly, let's not forget about the importance of urban greening and biodiversity. Why not embark on a local gardening project? Instead of merely talking about plants, get your hands dirty. Organize a plant palooza where students can plant flowers, trees, or even a vegetable garden. As they dig in, they can learn about the role of plants in our ecosystem, all while competing for the title of Best Green Thumb.
Here we go, time for a speech break. Premium users are enjoying uninterrupted listening right now. Upgrade today.
With laughter ringing through the air, your classroom will become a hub of eco-enthusiasm, proving that saving the planet can be both educational and downright fun. Chapter 12. The future is bright. Kids making a difference. Young activists. Changing the world. Young activists are like the superheroes of our planet, minus the capes and the superpowers. Picture a group of middle schoolers, armed with bright posters and an endless supply of energy, ready to tackle the biggest challenges facing Earth. These pint-sized champions are proving that age is just a number and that you can make a difference. even if your biggest responsibility is remembering to feed your pet goldfish. From organizing beach cleanups to lobbying for greener school lunches, these young warriors are on a mission to save the world one action at a time. Let's talk renewable energy solutions. While most of us are still figuring out how to turn off the lights when we leave a room, young activists are out there promoting solar panels and wind turbines with the enthusiasm of a kid on Christmas morning. They can explain the benefits of clean energy in a way that even a sleep-deprived teacher can understand. Imagine a classroom where every student is buzzing with ideas about harnessing the power of the sun, and suddenly, science class turns into a brainstorming session for their very own eco-friendly power plant. Who knew that renewable energy could be cooler than the latest video game? Sustainable agriculture practices are another area where young activists shine. They've taken it upon themselves to educate their peers about how to grow food without wreaking havoc on the environment. You might find them in the school garden, confidently talking about composting while wearing dirt-stained jeans. They advocate for local farmers and teach their classmates to appreciate vegetable size, even Brussels sprouts. Who needs superheroes when you have kids championing the cause of eco-greens or else? With their passion for sustainable farming, they could probably convince even the pickiest eater to give kale a second chance. Waste reduction and recycling innovations might sound like a boring adult topic, but young activists have transformed it into a challenge worthy of a game show. They host recycling competitions where the prize is not just a shiny trophy, but the glory of knowing they've saved the planet from yet another plastic bottle. Armed with creativity and a sprinkle of humor, they create art from trash and inspire their classmates to think twice before tossing something into the bin. They're the ones reminding us that every little bit counts, especially if you can make it fun and slightly messy. Water conservation techniques may not seem thrilling, but the enthusiasm of young activists can turn even a water-saving challenge into a legendary quest. They're the ones rallying their friends to take shorter showers and find sneaky ways to collect rainwater, all while making sure to wear their coolest raincoat. With their boundless energy, they can convince their classmates that saving water is as important as the latest TikTok dance challenge.
Beep beep. Speech break coming through. Premium users are skipping right through speech breaks and enjoying seamless playback.
Who knew that the fate of our planet could hinge on a group of kids reminding each other to turn off the faucet while brushing their teeth? With their laughter and creativity, young activists are proving that every effort, no matter how small, can make waves in the battle to protect our Earth. Creative projects for Earth heroes. When it comes to saving our planet, it's time to unleash the imagination of young Earth heroes. What better way to inspire students than by diving into creative projects that tickle their funny bones while also making a difference? Think of these projects as an eco-friendly laboratory where students can concoct solutions to preserve our planet, all while giggling at their genius ideas. From building solar ovens that double as pizza cookers to designing fashion statements made entirely from recycled materials, possibilities are as endless as a roll of duct tape in a Day A project gone wild. Let's kick off with renewable energy solutions. Challenge your students to create their very own wind turbines using paper cups, straws, and a hefty dose of creativity. They can race their turbines down the school hallway, competing for the title of fastest wind turbine in the universe. The catch? They must explain how their creation harnesses wind power while trying not to blow away their classmates with all the hot air. This project not only teaches about renewable energy, but also provides a platform for some lighthearted competition and teamwork. Next up, sustainable agriculture practices. Picture this: students turning their classrooms into mini farms, complete with cardboard cows and paper vegetables. They can design a silly farm where every crop and critter has a personality and a mission, like a carrot named Crunchy who dreams of becoming a salad superstar. Students can write stories about their farm adventures and how they can grow food sustainably. A humorous way to get them thinking about where their food comes from and the importance of protecting our soil while giggling at the antics of their anthropomorphic plants. Now let's tackle waste reduction and recycling with a project that combines art with a bit of silliness. Have students create sculptures or even a trash fashion show using items that normally end up in the landfill. Imagine a dress made from old bags and a hat crafted from soda bottles. Students can strut their stuff while explaining the importance of recycling, all while trying not to trip over their own eco-fashion creations. This kind of hilarity not only raises awareness about waste but also gives students a chance to think outside the recycling box and appreciate the beauty of repurposed materials. Lastly, let's not forget about water conservation techniques. Why not challenge students to invent their own water wizards, who can magically save water in the most ridiculous ways? They could create skits where their water wizards demonstrate how to turn off the tap while brushing teeth or even sing a catchy jingle about rain barrels.
It's speech break time. Upgrade to premium and say goodbye to unexpected speech breaks.
By incorporating humor and creativity, Students will not only remember the importance of saving water, but might also become the next viral sensation with their funny performances. In conclusion, these creative projects not only educate but also entertain, allowing students to explore important environmental issues in a fun and engaging way. By infusing humor into their learning, they will be inspired to take action and become true Earth heroes, armed with knowledge and a passion for saving our planet. So grab your art supplies, dust off those wind turbine designs, and let the eco-adventures begin. Celebrating our wins, Earth Day every day. Celebrating our wins is like throwing a confetti party for Mother Earth, and guess what? Every day can be Earth Day if we try. Picture this: instead of just planting a tree once a year, we can turn our everyday actions into mini celebrations. Did someone remember to recycle their juice box instead of tossing it in the trash? Cue the confetti. Made it through the week without using plastic straws. Let's bust out the party hats. It's time to give ourselves a high five for every little win in saving our planet. Renewable energy is like the superhero cape for our homes. Imagine if our houses could wear capes made of solar panels and wind turbines. Each time we switch off a light or harness the power of the sun, we not just saving energy, we giving our planet a big all-bear hug. And what's funnier? We can pretend we're scientists experimenting with solar cookies. Okay, maybe not cookies, but let's get creative. How about a solar-powered lemonade stand? Every sip could come with a side of earth-saving cheer. Sustainable agriculture is not just for the farmers in overalls. It can be an epic quest for all of us. Think about it. Planting a garden isn't just about growing tomatoes and cucumbers. It's like being a wizard casting spells to make food without the evil of pesticides. Imagine the fun of tracking how many veggies we can grow using compost made from kitchen scraps. Let's become the garden guardians, hosting competitions to see who can grow the biggest zucchini while wearing outrageous hats. Best part? We'll be eating healthy while saving the planet and looking fabulous. Waste reduction and recycling can feel like a game show complete with wacky sound effects. Ding! You recycled that plastic bottle. You get a prize. What's the prize? A cleaner planet, of course. It's like a scavenger hunt where we search for things to reuse or recycle. We can challenge our friends to see who can create the coolest art project from what would otherwise be trash. Picture an art gallery made entirely of recycled materials. Who knew Earth saving could be so artsy and fun? Finally, let's talk about eco-friendly transportation. Why drive when we can ride our bikes, skateboard, or even rollerblade our way to school? It's not just about getting from point A to point 8. It's about turning the journey into an adventure.
Quick speech break. Remember, Read Vox Premium means uninterrupted listening all the time.
Let's organize a green transport day where everyone shows up on wheels, scooters, or even pogo sticks. We'll even have a contest for the most creative mode of transport. So let's celebrate our wins daily, big or small, and keep the Earth Day spirit alive all year long. FI for Ollie, KGET POW. I scan the code above with your smartphone for more educational resources. And be the first to receive promotions and discounts.